These strippers down with you?
Hey, welcome curling fans to the Travelers Club Championship, which began Monday here in Ottawa at the Ottawa Hunt Club. This is the seventh edition of this great event, and it's, of course, a week-long round robin, and at the end we're looking at declaring the Canadian men's and ladies champions. And certainly people out here are dreaming big and hoping to win this event, and two of the teams that are dreaming big our teams are going to be featuring today in this game. It's draw number 4. It's the women's round robin. And we have Yukon playing against Northern Ontario. Jerry, tell me about the record of these teams so far.
The Yukon team lost to New Brunswick in their first game, and BC defeated Northern Ontario defeated BC. So they're 0-1 and 1-0. Still very much in it.
Yeah, and of course it's early in the week and everybody's still dreaming big, right? As they should.
As they should, indeed. So it could be a good game, and the first rock has just been delivered.
Are you hearing any news about the ice and the rocks at all? Any feedback you're hearing from any of the players?
No, I haven't had an opportunity to speak to the curlers. This is my first draw here.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll just pass on what I've heard, that they're just thrilled with the ice conditions. It's nice and curly, and the weight's consistent, and as a result, we've seen lots of good shots made, and I'm sure that we'll see some great shots in this game. And now we've got two out of the way, and looks like both teams are interested in playing a conservative end, with Yukon having thrown the first one in the house, and the folks from Northern Ontario letting me hit it.
It's a little tight. Yes. It's got to be over. What the hell? Oh, our bad, Laura.
Yeah, so it's really curly ice, and it's the kind of ice you're going to see pretty much at all championship play, and we're used to seeing it more at Canadian women's, the Scotties. We're used to it at the Brier, used to it at the Worlds, the Canadian Juniors, and so on, and now we're seeing it also in the Travelers, and it's great to see, because it means that they can play all the shots and make those interesting come-arounds and those interesting freezes and the hits and rolls that make curling so entertaining. But the downside is it means they have to make sure they're a little sharper with their brushing and a little sharper with their team communication, and those are often the difference makers, is the level of communication you've got on your team. So we mentioned we've got a team from Northern Ontario and a team from the Yukon, and a team from Northern Ontario from the Fort Frances Curling Club, and the skip is Kathy Jackson, the third is Teresa McFadden, second is Jackie McCormick, and Leanne Eliwick is the lead.
And from the Whitehorse Curling Club, we got skip Jody Smallwood, Joan Harvey, April Williams at second, and lead Laura Williamson.
And both these teams have asked for a shout out, and I'm going to read them out to you as we get ready for play. First of all, the Yukon Curling Club in Whitehorse, Jody Smallwood would like to say that she would like to thank her biggest supporters, her husband Bob and 3 kids, sister Candace Brinks in Drayton Valley, and her parents Gordon, Cindy, Sunday. Anyway, just a shout out to you folks for your great support. And from the Northern Ontario team, I'd like to send a special hello to the staff and students at Sturgeon Creek School. I can hear you cheering from here. Xander in grade 1-2 and Callum in grade 3-4. It's a shout out from Jackie McCormick, the mom of those two students. And if they haven't started curling, I hope they start soon.
So a clear house was just a one-corner garden play.
Yeah. Bring her in. Bring it in. All the way.
You're talking about the curl on this sheet, Earl. That I don't know if that rock picked or
Okay.
just it's curling awful hard. It curled right into the open.
Wow, like you mean from the, it was an out turn come around
The
and
out
ended up
turn
in the
come
open?
around that corner guard, yeah.
I'm hoping it's a pick because
Yeah.
if it isn't, it's going to be wild and crazy for the rest of the game here.
Hard! 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 No roll, Teresa. Good throw.
That's a pretty lively house, but it stays around on the back, and they're going to have to look at dealing with that.
Decision time.
So Northern Ontario with the hammer, but Yukon is going to throw a freeze down to that one in the back of the house. And this is third
Nope.
Joan Hervey, who's just throwing
A
this
little bit
rock.
heavy. It should be pretty close. Go!
Just stayed a little full, ended up hitting the guard, but you know what? It's close to being a center guard and could be used by both teams. So we'll see who's able to take advantage of the guards out front.
It was really unfortunate. That rock just seemed to track right down the left-hand side of the sheet.
Like a 70?
Yeah, I think demonstrates maybe the ice is release sensitive. You set it back a little bit, it'll stay there. If you throw it straight, it'll curl, and if you round it and let it go fairly soft, it'll move a lot. So it's the kind of ice that's often very release sensitive, and it means, throw them great and you'll get good results.
Okay.
Now this draw's moving over quite nicely.
We're good. No, because we tightened up even on your jaw to the button. We tightened up by a foot.
Little deep.
Okay, so two behind the guard, but deep. But you know what? Sometimes in the first end, it's hard to find the weight. So we'll see what happens here, because a little pressure on the Yukon to be able to find it. Joan's going to throw her second rock, and we'll see what she comes up with.
Yeah.
Now, did they tighten the ice up on that in-turn, Jerry, or not? Did you notice? Because that last one ran pretty straight, didn't it?
Yeah, I think they moved it in a bit.
I want to help. There. I know, we're trying.
This one has much nicer line, whether it's got the weight.
Okay. Not what they were hoping for, but still a useful rock,
Like her last
because somebody can come around behind that. It's a question of who gets there first here. Northern Ontario is saying, okay, just watch us. We're going to try and get there first. And so Teresa McFadden, the third, is going to try to throw this in-turn draw nicely in behind that guard.
round.
Sweepers are staying off it. Maybe just a little heavier than they hoped for.
It seems to have picked that track that the Yukon Stone took a couple of rocks ago. It's been straight down the left side. Just a little extra heavy, too. She's backline weight. Just didn't pick up the curl.
Sweet fresh air. That's too bad.
Cap. That's okay. It's quick down there.
Good opportunity here for Yukon.
Yeah, and often curling revolves around margins for error. And when you don't have the hammer, the margin for error is often to be a little bit light. And so when Joan, the third for the Whitehorse team, threw that come around that was going to be a draw or a freeze to the back once and came up light, it's now, because it's a good margin for error, affording an opportunity for them without the hammer to take advantage of it here and maybe bury one behind that shot.
It's a little inside. Yeah. The weight's good, no? Yeah, you gotta go for line. Yeah, all the way. For line.
Again, not perfect, but still a good shot because there's a couple of red ones in front of the tee line that they might be able to make a difference with. But Northern Ontario's talking about what they're going to do. What are they considering for options here, Jerry?
Well, it looks like they want to go around that tight center guard, that tight red guard.
What do you think of that?
Well, I'm not sure I'd want to leave that red rock there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Not on this side.
They make the perfect come around. It's playable. You can move it, play it up.
Well, a good opportunity to go aggressive here when you got the hammer in the first end and maybe score a 2 or 3. And we'll see how this transpires. As you say, there's some danger there leaving the center rock because it can be raised.
In that control zone.
Yeah. On the other hand, if you can get around behind it and lie 3, it puts some extra heat on the Jody Smallwood team. That's for sure.
She's moving way out there, so unless they threw in practice, we're not really sure what the ice is going to do. It's farther than anybody else.
Yeah, this is spot was straight, I think, for Jones' first shot. Looks like they're sweeping it for line.
Yep. But
Oh, she's going to just feather the guard. Rolls into the...
Okay, still a very dangerous rock and, vital to get a roll here to keep from giving up a big end. So even though it's in the open, it's still something that has to be removed, and they really have to stay around if they can. Good news is if they happen to get a little bit low, there's a rollover towards those other 2 yellow ones that might end up being very helpful for the Yukon.
So we'll see if that decision to leave the red guard comes back into play.
close. Yeah! Hard! Yeah, all the way, guys, come on! Hard!
Nice looking shot.
This looks good. This looks really good. Well done. A terrific shot.
Perfect hit and roll.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
really
that wasn't
a
an
good
18
shot.
second rock, so I think I like that.
Well thrown, well called, and well brushed.
So it looks like she's going to play the same shot she just threw, the draw to the forefoot. Just a bit more ice.
Nice having those guards out front, eh, Jerry? When you don't have the hammer?
It sure is, especially when it's your own color.
Yeah.
Okay, a little less
Of
weight.
course, that was the danger of leaving
We
that
know
rock
the
there.
line, so we got to be on the button.
Suppose they're lying too here. Another possibility would have been to throw the straight back on the red one to get 2 that way, but she threw this in turn draw, so she should be really close.
Her weight was pretty close on the first one. She doesn't just touch that rock at 12 o'clock.
Line's good.
Not-
Well, they're brushing it with confidence here like it's going to be close.
You're going to be close. Oh, she feathered
Ouch.
it again.
Good sweeping. We were out quite a bit further. I think that's where it tracked along.
Looks like red counts 1.
Yeah, so Steele on
Steele
a
at
great
1.
hit and roll by Jody Smallwood from the White Horse Curling Club puts the Yukon in the lead 1-0 in the first end of play. Well, that was interesting, Jerry. That's a nice start to this game, eh? Looked for a while like there weren't going to be too many rocks in play, and then the next thing you know, we had 5 or 6 in there, and good things took place.
Well, anytime you get rocks in front, you're going to have opportunities, and it so happened that Yukon drew first blood.
Yeah.
Like you said, with a perfect hit and roll.
Well, a terrific hit and roll, and as you said, it was nice having the right color of guard out front. So a couple of times when they didn't make perfect shots, Yukon was able to be maybe a little light rather than a little heavy on some freeze attempts, and it left guards that were useful.
Well, that goes back to your earlier comment about coming up a little light on the corner draw by Yukon coming around that corner guard, and that set that whole end up for the skip stones to get the steal.
Halfway. Good. Shot.
Perfect guard. Perfect guard by Laura. Leads rocks are so important to set up an end. If you can put them in really good places, lots of times the ends go very, very well for you when you don't have the hammer.
Just top 8. Line's really good. Okay, nice weight, Jackie.
So here's another opportunity for Yukon. I mean, ideally you throw this perfectly, but if you're not
Back
perfect,
4.
a little light or a little heavy, depending on what you choose, is going to be important. And usually if you're a little light, you have more that you can do with this.
Whoa.
But she's not interested in being a little light, she's interested in being perfect.
Hit and roll off.
Good shot by Laura,
Forward.
but ideal if you don't get the bump.
Rock straight, running straight here for them. Just hits and just ran straight down the ice.
Okay.
Let's see.
Back 4 is okay. Back 4.
Losing track?
Back 8. Great.
So an opportunity for Kathy Jackson's team from Fort Francis to ratchet up the heat a little bit on team from Whitehorse with a in-turn come-around draw.
Looks heavy, eh? Then we want to be back here if we are. Yep, we don't want to leave them a hit and roll in. Right back as far as it'll go. Go, 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 go. Yep, 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 yep.
That was a good conversation by Kathy, letting her team know that it's better to be deep so that there's no double and a roll behind the guard. I thought that was real good. They got on it soon enough that they got it deep enough that if they make a hit and roll off the open guard, they won't be shot.
Yes, yes, it's tight. All the way, hard, hard, hard. Where's the weight? Yeah, hard, hard, hard. Stop.
Just a little light on that and hit the rock at 12 o'clock in the top 12 foot. So there are 2 red
Yeah.
guards there now.
Yeah, and Kathy doesn't worry about dealing with those. She just relentlessly goes towards the lid. And we'll see if she gets rewarded.
Sorry guys, you guys didn't have a hope in hell. It was inside a little, just a hair, but enough.
Yep, hard.
This is a nice looking rock, Earl.
Can't afford to be
And
inside
right
on
to the
this
top,
ice.
8 foot.
All right.
That is a peach.
The weight was
Really, really good. Lying 3. Yes, they're behind Red Rocks, but you know what? Northern Ontario is in good shape here. This next shot's going to be really important for the Yukon. They've got to come up with something that's going to get rid of a yellow rock or two, or maybe enough weight to nestle up to those ones that are in the 4 foot.
More? No! Whoa, it's outside. More!
Playing the outturn raise.
Yeah! No! No!
Well,
Okay, rattled them around, left the red guard up that's in the center. So decision time for Kathy, whether she's going to throw a draw in there to guard the one in the top 4 foot that's open. Like the way she's asking her team what they think of it. Looks like by the nods of the heads, they're pretty happy with that choice.
cover off that outturn draw, that outturn freeze tap.
Yeah, you can hear it.
I think this is a very good good call. You could go ahead and hit the red one that's over there on
Line's
the,
good.
biting the 4 foot on the other side of the house, but
No, I didn't.
you know,
I did
you
that.
again are at risk of an intern hit and roll here.
Okay, whoa.
Might be a little deep.
But it did open it up. That's what, there's lots of
Okay, Teresa.
Set up a nice pocket to draw down into.
Yeah,
just sit in there and then they can't take it.
I think the Yukon has got one shot here to get out of jail, and with a great outturn draw freeze, they'd be looking like they're in good shape to hold on to either a steal or a force in this end. So we'll see how it goes.
Pretty close. T! What, lost? No! Win! Yeah! Hard! Hey, whoa, off!
Wow.
How good was that? What a beauty.
And staggered rocks
Oh,
up
I
in
knew it was
front.
T the whole time. Sorry, we called T right away and
So just to bring you up to date on Sheet A, Northwest Territories won in the first end over Alberta. Saskatchewan 2, Ontario 0 in the first end. BC 1, New Brunswick against New Brunswick.
I know.
And Newfoundland took 3 against PEI, and Quebec got 4 against Nunavut.
Thanks, Jerry. Nice.
Yes! Hard! Whoa. Watch.
So Northern Ontario elected to, I think, play a hit on the red rock on the back 4 foot, and maybe have some action as it would roll across to the center and dislodge the shot red rock into the open. But I think that Teresa was a little narrow
That's a good way to miss it.
and just got rid of the guard, which is not so bad.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Depending on where this rock ends up, she may have that tap back on that rock just off the center line. Northern Ontario will, unless it's perfectly placed. He might cover both the out-turn draw and the in-turn raise. We'll see.
A very exciting game so far. Both of these first two ends have been very entertaining, and some really good shots made, and then the odd miss that's allowed opportunities and openings for other teams to capitalize. And here's an example where Jody Smallwood has a chance to come up and make a good one here that could turn the end around even more.
Okay, whoa. Yeah. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Well, it's not all that bad.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's a good shot, but Kathy Jackson's having a look at this and says, you know, I could slash this one, and we could lie too, and maybe if we get rid of that red one at a good angle, maybe even more. But we'll see how this goes. I think 2 is a legitimate expectation.
2 is a legitimate outcome.
You want probably just like 7/8 probably, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Control.
Okay.
Control, guys. Just stop. Oh, we can spit. All I want to hit it right.
Big shot.
She's not taking a lot of ice,
Kathy.
is she, Earl?
And she's asked for control, or she said she's going to throw control. I like
She's
how
got to hit it on the high side.
she's got a very determined approach. I really like the way she skips and calls the game. She knows what she wants to do, and she makes her mind up quickly. Throws a nice positive handle to hold it straight. Maybe a little lighter than she meant to be. We'll see. May over curl.
It's over curled on her.
Yeah.
But she's opened up the front. Yukon has a decision to make here.
I think I heard her say she wanted to throw control. It didn't quite look like control to me, Jerry. What did you
It was it was
Little
kind
light,
of bumper.
maybe?
Yeah, bumper.
They didn't sweep it early, so I think they felt it was a good line, but then it clearly started to curl, and they did the best they could with it from that point on.
It'd be nice to punch out though. Would. But then do they have a shot for if they come in and hit these two?
So it looks like Yukon's elected to play to guard their shot stone. Come into the top 12.
Yeah, that's one of the choices. I mean, another option they would have would be to play the hit on the yellow one in the forefoot and look at lying 3. It's a very precise shot, and maybe that's why she's shying away from it, because you could have some collateral damage on your own rocks if you don't hit it right on the nose. So she's choosing then to guard this, and we'll see what the outcome is.
She's a little heavy. It's not going to hurt her too much.
Jody Smallwood here with her last rock in the second end.
How far?
Rock is
Go for the freeze! Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! 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 Yeah, make sure it's there. Freeze! Yep. I touched that rock and
well,
went,
she ends up the third shot in a pretty good position.
Yeah, she sure did. I'd like to have seen them sweep that about 3 or 4 more licks, and maybe just enough to be second shot.
Well, it's funny that when I said that coming a little heavy wouldn't hurt her, I was thinking that if she froze into that pocket, makes it pretty tough for Northern Ontario to count.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Northern Ontario is in a real tough spot here. I'm really not sure what
I think
the choices are. I mean, if you try to hit this one and you happen to throw an out turn and over curl, you better listen to what they're saying.
Rolling, okay?
yeah.
Back line. Back line hack,
Yeah.
right? Hack, we roll out, we get one, right?
We want to be sure.
Hack, we only got to hit a quarter of the rock.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll go. It'll curl.
Well thought out. I have some concerns for the red rock that's in the front of the forefoot that's in a fairly strategic position, and if they ever over curl, it's a gift wrapped 2 steel. So this is a really tough shot. I think you have to throw it to almost miss it, Jerry, so that you don't over curl. If you miss it and give up a 1 steel, it's not the end of the world.
Well, you're absolutely right. Anything that over curls here, like you say, it's a gift wrap 2 steel. Nice clean release.
I'd like to see the sweepers brushing it early.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard, girls. Right to it. Right to it.
She might have it. Sit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice shot.
Wow,
Wow.
what a shot.
Terrific shot. Should be worth more than 1, but it's 1. But what a great shot. Wow. Makes you look back and say, gee, if only they'd swept it a couple more brush strokes, eh? They would have been lying too. And then it's a real conundrum for the Northern Ontario team. But great shot by Cassie Jackson. Ties the game at 1 each and gets us into the third end. And it's been very entertaining so far. Well done.
Lots of rocks in play.
I was gonna scoot out there, but I'm a little late on the draw, aren't I? So.
Clean. 1 clean.
Well, I've got
Yep.
I guess Jackie McCormick is listed in our program as playing second. But in fact,
She's playing lead.
only took us a couple ends to realize she's playing lead. And doing
No
a great
comment.
job. You're only as good as your programs, eh, Jerry?
That's right. The printing error.
Would have been worse if she was skipping and we were had her down throwing lead rocks.
It's light!
A little bit worse.
Hard, hard, hard! I want to go for guard! Hard! Okay.
So lead Jackie McCormick about to throw her second rock. 2 guards out front. Northern Ontario's happy.
T-line. Clean. 1 of you clean. 1 of you clean it. Perfect.
Sweepers are on off.
It's always a good sign, eh, Jerry? It means it's
is.
close.
Great shot, Jackie.
It's a beauty.
Top,
Wow.
top of the lid.
What a great shot by former second Jackie McCormick.
Good recovery, Earl.
And now Laura Williamson with her second. Chance for her to redeem her first shot, which ended up being a guard, a little bit light. And try and make, I think a freeze was the call on the rock on the forefoot.
Has a lot more line. Wait. It slides to the back.
Just a
12 foot.
little heavy. Yeah.
So it's a good situation here for Northern Ontario with the 2 staggered rocks out in front.
Yeah, it sure is. And it depends on this next rock whether Leanne Eliwick can help out here and really tighten the screws by putting another one in behind those guards.
Hard line. Keep it
Let's
straight.
go for weight.
That's okay.
This looks a little light,
That's fine.
but it's
You know what? Not so bad.
no, not so bad.
Another example of good margin for error. Light and out front, and it forces Whitehorse and Jody Smallwood to skip to deal with it. April Williams bringing the heat.
Hard. Off. Off.
Looks like they're going to go plan B here, try to get the other double, and they're successful. Well done.
Well done.
This may change Northern Ontario's shot. Leanne might end up throwing out turn come around this time. We'll see. Or and it looks like skipper Kathy says it. Short's really good here, and I agree with that. I don't think there's any need to get another one in there in the 4 foot. I think just short of the house, and let's see how the rest of the end transpires, and we'll see what goes along here.
Yeah, the Yukon is rock. If this rock is placed in a good spot, they're going to have to deal with. Going to have 3 rocks out in front, and all of them are going to be guarding that draw to the 4 foot eventually. So you have to open up that front a little bit more.
Well, Yukon might catch a break here. This is looking like it's trying to over curl.
And they did.
And, well, it's pretty
Slim.
much wide open,
7/8
especially
open.
on this curly ice.
That's why she went alongside.
Jody Smallwood steps up and didn't see her weight signal, but judging by the ice she's given, she's looking at something in the neighborhood of, oh, there she goes. Heel weight. Is that sort of hack weight or bumper weight or control
I think
weight?
that's their control weight.
That's their control weight, okay. You were checking out their signals before the game, Jerry?
Well, I coached women's teams, and that's kind of what their weight control signals are.
Well, I think they're very creative.
We'll see.
Yeah, and the thing is the other team doesn't know necessarily what that is, and neither do the announcers sometimes, so it's all good. Great shot. And bottom line is it was the right call, because look at that. That's a great shot. Line 2, and Whitehorse continues to handle the heat with rocks in play with lots of ability.
And they've got last rock.
Big shot, crucial shot here for Northern Ontario. Another entertaining end, Jerry.
It's been really exciting curling. Lots of rocks in play, nice shots being made. And look at this.
Oh, that just picked at the last minute. It was going to be buried like you wouldn't believe. That's a tough break. You can see the frustration there from Kathy. Rock just caught something and over curled.
I believe it's shot stone, yes. So Jody has a choice. Is she going to go after it or go around? She's going after it.
Control!
This has curl a lot.
It's trying to curl.
Here it comes.
Getting run off the sheet here.
You It's a piece.
All right, they made it go away. Good spot for Northern Ontario with 3 guards out front. A good chance to bury in behind, biting the forefoot.
Another big shot, Earl.
Yeah, here you go, eh? And we've had shot after shot here in these first 3 ends, and they're all big shots that matter.
Yeah! Hard! Hard!
A great looking line.
Go, go.
Oh. Just
Good.
a little light.
Oh boy, if she has the weight, it's a perfect line, isn't it?
Yep. But it's in that center part of the sheet, can be promoted if necessary.
Yeah, that control zone, and Northern Ontario without the hammer may end up using it,
It's a little heavy.
depending on what happens next here.
Backhouse!
It's
think,
not a good
Becky?
sign.
Yeah, Joan maybe is a little heavy, but it's out there in the weeds, so it might slow down.
Oh, extra weight!
Yeah, just a little heavy. So another opportunity, and I like this choice.
I do too.
You know, you could bump up the guard that's on the center line, but you can also make a great come around here, and then you got the other side blocked off. So I think it's just a great call by Kathy Jackson.
Front of the tee line. You know, really top 4 is better than even
There you
tee
go.
line.
Front of
Because
the
it gives
tee
her
line,
less
half
room
buried would
on
be.
that lightweight, right? Same weight, eh, guys?
Yeah, line. Yep.
Oh, this is close. I think that would have been pretty good weight-wise.
That
eh?
was coming into the top 8 foot for sure. All it needed was another inch of ice.
Yeah. Well, I suppose if there's any good news, it's another rock out front, and the port is a little smaller, and that may make it more difficult for the Yukon to get in there with a draw to lie 2. Well, we saw the great freeze that Jody made in the last end, so we know she's got good draw weight, so we'll see where this one ends up.
Tell you, Earl, I'm sitting right behind the hack. That port looks a little smaller than it does on the overhead camera.
Line's good!
Lots.
Okay, whoa!
Is that lots?
Whoa.
Yeah? Yeah! Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What a great looking shot. She got the
Yeah, it's a nice one.
just to the back of the 4 foot.
I obviously was on that one. Got it.
So the door is open.
Yeah, so here we go again, eh? I guess shot after shot are so vital here in this game. And here's another example. Makes a good one, not a great one, and gives Kathy a chance to make a great one.
Wait, we keep talking about big shots, but this is
I'll
another
throw you
big
guys
shot,
the
Earl.
same weight.
Yeah. Well, the good news is she's thrown this once, so she should have a good feel for the line and the weight. And if it's properly communicated and swept by the brushers, I think there's a good chance she can make this shot.
Well, if you can.
Well, she was
Got it,
close on her
Carl!
last one on weight. This one is a nice looking shot.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Well,
That's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah. But still an opportunity, eh?
Behind the tee and with a little, it's open for a little bit of a tap back.
Yeah.
Well, you know, these kind of shots are always interesting because the most important thing here is to make sure you score. And sometimes when you've got an easy opportunity for one and you're thinking of getting two, maybe you try a little bit too hard for that deuce and you end up giving up a steal. The beauty is she just threw the in-turn come around to the back 4 foot, and I think if she basically throws an identical shot and the brushers sweep it at the end, she's going to be in great shape. You may recall that her last intern seemed to pick near the front of the house and really bury. Is that how you saw it, Jerry, or not?
Well, it was hard to say, but yeah, I think it did. But you're right, this shot is key. If she can throw the same weight and let the sweepers just brush it that little extra for the tap back, she should be in good shape.
Yes!
Gotta go hard!
Yes!
Well, they're working hard.
I think the line is coming off it here, unfortunately. Okay.
Steal.
Sorry, guys. Huh?
They may have set a record for 3 ends of scores of 1 for the most rocks in play.
We should have been counting them, Earl.
I think so. It's really exciting. It's fun to watch.
Let's see. 1, 2,
Unless you're related. Unless you're related to the people on the ice, Jerry. That's when it's not so much fun to watch. It's when it gets nerve-wracking and scary. And
That's right. It's always difficult
Oh,
watching
yeah.
family members or good friends when you're not in control of their outcomes.
right.
Let's see.
This is a gunfight, Jerry. There's lots of entertaining curling so far. These girls are meaning business.
Well, what I like about it is they're putting lots of rocks in play.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go. Corner guard. Let's see
Oh,
here.
Jones getting it. Corner guard. Corner guard. Up here! Yep, yep. All right. That's sweet.
The corner guard goes up.
But I didn't use the time. I just went down. I didn't look at the time to look at there.
So on sheet 1, just to bring you up to date, game is tied, Alberta and Northwest Territories, and that's a ladies' game. Sheet 2, the men, it's 3-2 Ontario, playing 4. And on sheet C, it's 2-2 New Brunswick and BC, also a men's game.
All the way, all the way, all the way. Oh, get a biter, biter, biter. Come on, girls.
And the comes around just short. And on D, also a men's game, it's 3-1 Newfoundland over PEI, playing the 3rd. And on sheet 5, it's 7-2 for Quebec over Nunavut, playing the 4th.
Thanks, Jerry.
And that's a men's game on sheet 5, sheet F.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Little roll. Nice shot.
So Jody's electing to go around those corners, ignoring the rocks in the house.
Where's the weight? Yes, yes, you gotta go. Hard, hard, hard. Bring it in, bring it in. Hard, 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 girls, you got it. Hard, 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 hard.
Nice looking line, nice looking shot here, Earl. Comes to the top of the 4-foot. I would say it's almost fully 7/8 buried around that corner guard.
I know. I still have high five. Smart my kick is I'm giving it a little extra to focus on just. Yeah, good job, guys. Good sweep.
Close. Yep.
Well, I'm trying to pull back.
Yep.
Like, I'm trying not to throw it through the house.
Hard.
So I have to. I gotta give it to you guys.
Whoa, 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 right on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good shot. Nice.
Real nice shot. That was not an easy shot.
Yeah, that was a beauty.
Good weight control and good sweeping. So Jody's going around again.
Yes, yes! All the way!
Hard, you guys. Hard, 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 hard. Hard. The light. Shoot me.
All the way, hard, 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 hard. Okay. You can just do it once. Once.
Just a little light on that shot.
Yeah, you know, we had a couple of shots in this game that were perfect. I mean, many shots with perfect line, but a couple that,
Yeah.
gee, if they just had only another 5 or 6 feet, were absolutely golden.
But it's in a spot where Northern Ontario doesn't really want to leave it, so he's thinking about removing it. Nope, she's going to play the bump, I guess.
Okay. I'm a tap. No.
Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Yep, just please.
That's a great one.
Good
Pretty
shot.
nice outcome.
I think we're going to have to get the hitting shoes on here from the Yukon folks. Little double
Draw!
would straighten things out nicely, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Sorry.
And the good news is there's a couple of doubles available here,
Yes, she can.
depending on how much this curls.
The
And
double
a
and
nice
the hit and a
roll in
roll.
behind the guard, and suddenly there's
The situation is-
opportunities. Yeah.
So Northern Ontario has to be a little careful here. Well,
What's the call here, Jerry? Are they throwing a guard, or are they throwing come around into the
no.
8-foot?
tight guard, zone 3.
Well, this line looks good if they wanted to bring it.
Hard line. Where is she? Yep, you gotta get it to that red one. You gotta get it to that red
A
guard.
little tick wouldn't hurt.
Okay. Good shot.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Again, we got
Pretty-
these shots that are good, but not necessarily great, and they're perfect to give the other team an opportunity if they can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Here's another example. Now, the good news, though, about this one is that, and it looks like Jody has thought this through. If she throws a freeze, then it pretty much means the end is going to be one for somebody. By taking off the front ones, there's more of an opportunity to best guarantee that they are going to score when she ends up throwing her last rock, and the possibility of a multiple score
Board.
becomes available
Control.
as well.
Not too
Yeah.
bad. Like just control. Never.
I took a good shot.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
You know, a lot of the shots that just haven't quite been made, it's just been a little under iced. It seems like we've had about 3 or 4 little wicks that just
We can get a little.
all they needed was another inch of ice.
We could take
Yep.
it to
And
second
I noticed they
shot.
moved out here on this shot.
It's line. Okay? We're
outside
all
the 8
line
foot.
here.
Okay. Let's see if it makes a difference. I mean, it could be the ice. It could be maybe the releases.
Could be a combination.
Yeah. Could definitely be a combination of.
Whoa then. Whoa then.
Got a
Well, the
curl,
guard
please.
isn't going to be a factor in this one, Jerry.
12,
Looks like a
12.
real good one. What was the call here again? In the house or
Don-
just short?
She wanted to go
Got a
top
curl,
8
get to
foot.
the center
Okay.
line.
Well, the timing
Yeah,
says
center
that she's
line.
going to be close, but if anything, a little light. And you know what?
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's good tolerance.
I think the initial call would have been top 8, maybe just to the top 4 foot if it gets the curl, but she wasn't far off on the weight. So like
Yeah.
you say, the tolerance is to be just that little light. Makes Yukon deal with it.
Boy, I tell you what I'd like to see here is sort of a reverse double where you hit the red one first, hit maybe helicopters in, and you also go off the other guard that's a little higher and come into the house. And certainly it clears up the front. And if everything goes according to Hoyle, you might even be line 3 at the end. But There's lots of good things I think that can happen here if you make a move on the front rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they have to throw it again. Okay. Do you want me to go up beside the rock and? Or, I'm happy with that.
Just off. Like just off center. Try for the double. The long one. Nope. Double. Just off here on Laura's side. Yeah. Oh!
Throwing some good weight at this one.
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Trying for the
She's
double.
Really close. Oh, just needs to curl up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good weight by Jody. Just didn't get that rock to curl as much as she hoped.
Sounded like there was a big score on sheet 2 for Saskatchewan.
Coming in again second. I told you.
Boy, it's tempting to be aggressive here, and get another one in the house, but I think she's going to be happy again to be,
Line.
half in, half out.
Too deep.
But if the line is good here, they can go hard on it. I'd like to see them
Got it, girl.
going here because I think it looks like it wants to curl.
Good, nice looking line.
Just second.
Yeah.
Just second.
Well done, ladies. Well done. I think they could have gone even farther on that one, and it would have been great once they saw that the line was going to work out. But there's sure no double there, and it's just going to be a tough shot for Jody.
Weight's crucial.
But a very difficult shot, but a very makeable shot.
Well, the key to that shot, Earl, was they came in, they tucked that corner, so otherwise, if it was sat there on the center line, there would have been the straight back double to lay 2.
Yeah.
So it achieved its purpose.
And of course, Jody threw this out turn draw as a freeze shot back in the second end. So hopefully she's bearing that in mind. Needs to throw out an anchor, Jerry.
Two.
Steal a 2 yellow. So on sheet 1, it's Alberta over Northern Ontario, Northwest Territories 4-1 after 4.
Okay, well, let's go.
Saskatchewan got 5 in the 4th, so they're up
yeah,
7-3 over
Got it.
Ontario. And it's 3-2 New Brunswick over BC on sheet C. And it's 4-1 Newfoundland over Prince Edward Island on 4. And it's 8-2 Quebec over Nunavut on sheet 5 after 4. All games after 4.
Thanks, Jerry. Okay, 2-1 here. 4-1 here in our game. for Northern Ontario over the Yukon as we go to break.
This ice is everything. It's where I come to feel close to her. This building helped raise me when my mother no longer could. When I step on the ice, she steps with me. My dad is my rock. We're a team now, like the four of us when we step on the ice.
Why are you watching a tourney on this wee magic box?
Magic box?
Right now, there are 4 different games going on, and all you can see is one.
There's highlights.
In curling, each stone thrown can define the match. And you are waiting for highlights. You should be there, living it live.
The Tim Hortons Briar is at TD Place in Ottawa, March 5th to 13th. Be there and live it live.
And so here we are, we're back with the first rock of the end. Northern Ontario's throwing. It looks to be a call to the top of the 4 foot. Jody has asked Laura to put up a corner guard.
Good. Bring it over. Outside edge there. So much. That's good. That's good.
Perfectly placed.
It always looks so much closer to the center line when you're standing right over it.
Clean. Swamp foot for sure. Good, great shot.
Jackie comes top 8 foot with her second shot.
Bit better. Yeah, I think we still got to go to get it to team.
Cars.
Yeah.
Those cars are.
Have a look. Lots of room. Lots of room. Shot.
Perfect come around to corner guard. So once again, we got a gangbuster of an int shaping up here, Earl.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard.
Well, that's a good choice. And chance for 2 here for the Yukon if they can keep this going.
Control. Up. Up. Clean, clean, roll it out. Nice rock.
There you go. That's a smart shot. Hey, you don't get the, I mean, just rolling that off puts pressure on the Yukon to either guard it again or to make a play in these yellow ones. And of course, if they do, great if they get the double. But most important thing is for the shooter to stay around.
Yeah, they have to hold the shooter on this shot.
Yes! Yes! Hard! Hard! Hard, you guys! On! On! On.
A chance here for Northern Ontario to eliminate the Red Rock
Just clean. Clean.
and lie 3, although it's not critical to lie 3. Leanne makes no mistake and throws a great one and indeed does lie 3, or her team does.
So the end is looking a lot different than it did 2 rocks ago.
Do that. Go off the
Well, I'm just reading over April's bio, April Williams, and she says life is quite hectic with the 5 teen years, 18, 16, 15, 14, and 13. But I'm soaking up every minute of it and loving it. Wow. And I'm sure she's also soaking up every minute of this championship and loving it, and good to see her here.
Remember that first one right out of my hand? I went.
I hope some of those teenagers are curling, Jerry.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Yeah, it was certainly a nice club in Whitehorse.
Yeah, you were up there coaching in the Masters, I think, last year, eh? And your team were runners-up?
Runners-up on last rock.
Yeah, congratulations.
And I must say that the committee in Whitehorse did an excellent job. Kudos to the team.
Well, I was lucky enough to be up there for the Canada Winter Games in 2007, and they did a great job back then. The weatherman could have been a little bit more pleasant, but I don't think he was anything or out of the ordinary. It just gets cold up there in the wintertime. We were there in February. Well, Joan has a chance here to sort this out. They're calling in a come-around draw.
Pretty close, eh?
Lots of room.
Pretty close.
Make sure it's here in the house, though.
Yeah, it's-
Lots of room.
Joan was born and raised in Edmonton, Alberta.
Ah.
Oh my God, there's like. Look at those big threads.
Right in, Teresa.
It's a little more, eh?
The out-turn draw. Top.
Yeah, then.
Hard.
Yeah, line.
Hard.
It's got a nice looking line.
Looks really good.
Float now.
Nice weight.
Oh, she's good.
Wow.
How sweet is that? Wow.
What a great shot. Way to go, Teresa. That is really good. That might be the best shot thrown in this game, Jerry.
It was perfect.
Okay,
It was
perfect line, perfect weight, swept well, called well.
And behind those two staggered guards.
Yeah.
Control. Thank you.
Teresa says she comes from a curling family. They all curl or curled. And now her daughter, Michelle, is curling twice a week with her during the year. Didn't say anything about her son, Scott, whether he's curling, but I think he probably is as well. He doesn't have any choice, does he? Everybody else is curling?
Tuck behind that red.
Kathy Jackson.
Over here.
She's got the same ice.
Gonna go. Hard. Hard.
A nice little overlap would make the straight back pretty difficult. Good for Kathy, who's been curling since she was 7 and competing since she was 13. And she and her husband Lauren have got 2 daughters, Danielle and Sarah. But they're both competitive hockey players, Jerry.
How did that happen?
I'm not sure. They do curl once a year, though, on Boxing Day. Good for them. And you know what? It's amazing how many people don't get going in curling till a little bit later. And it's one of the strengths of our sport because, that's something that you can do. You can be an athlete in another sport and then switch over. And hopefully that's something that will happen to Danielle and Sarah as time goes by.
I think you see that in evidence in a lot of the curling clubs in the Ottawa area and their Learn to Curl programs. You have a lot of mature people, not only in their 20s but 30s, 40s, and even 50s taking up the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wait only.
All the way, all the way, all the way. Hard, guys,
Yeah.
hard. It's getting tight. Hard, 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 hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kathy also plays ladies fastball, and she's got both of her daughters on her team. How do you like that? All-around athlete. And an active family. Great to see.
Well, she's almost out at the edge of the 12-foot with this ice.
Jerry, what's the call here? Is she going in again, or is she throwing another short one?
No,
What's
she's going around.
top 12-foot probably,
Yeah,
just to
Top
block
12 foot,
off
8
that
foot,
side?
yeah.
Great.
That's a good call.
Where are we? Yep. Okay, whoa, guys. Unless you can get it there, whoa.
Boy, she needed all of that ice.
That's curling a lot there, isn't it, with that intern?
The intern draw to the 4-foot's still there. So she's got to get a piece of the white, the button, but the way Kathy's rock reacted, I would have to say that if you get by the yellow stone and got the right weight, you're going to get to the shot rock position.
What about the double rays and the red ones, Jerry? I guess it looks like the yellow one to the right as we look at the screen would probably get in the way of a direct straight back, eh?
She just got enough of that rocket behind the red one, so to block that double raise red.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's almost
It's tempting.
Tempting, yeah, but
Well, this is a tough shot.
Is that heavy? What is it?
Where is it?
Line's good.
line's really good. It's about the weight.
I don't have it.
2 yellow.
2 yellows.
Sorry. Yeah, top refresh, and maybe second one too.
Okay. Jody. Oh, there it is.
Run on first, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Clean, yep. Yep.
Fudging in the slide path now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jody is calling for the corner guard.
Close as we can go. Looks good. Not in, no. Have a look, have a look. I don't want it in. How far do you want it? I don't want it in. Good shot, Laura.
Putting this one through.
Yeah. And we weren't pounding it or anything either. That's pretty good. 393. Lots of room. Yeah. For the curl. Or oh, I thought Joan was gonna stay with you.
You know, Jerry, I have an apology to make, and I don't know who to make it to, because I think I gave credit to April for having 5 teenagers.
Oh.
This bioform is a little vaguer than I need it to be, and I took a guess at it, and as I read it more, I think Jody deserves the credit for those 5 teenage kids.
Well, they'll be happy to have their mother back.
That's right, they'll be happy to have their mother back. And so if I've offended anybody, I've been this stupid all my life, so it's just the way it is. It comes out silly sometimes, so I apologize for that. But I'm just pleased that there's 5 teenagers out there that have got a great mother looking after them, that's for sure. All the best. I can see why they don't pay us a big salary, Jerry.
Yes. Hard.
That might be my last free lunch.
I think Kevin's and Mike's jobs are not at risk.
No, I think you're absolutely right about that. Well, a couple of red rocks.
Yep.
There's a glimmer.
Here goes one.
Jackie, maybe. No. Okay, good job.
At this stage, if you're Northern Ontario, you just want to keep making those red rocks go away.
Yeah.
Gotta be full 12. Top 8. Have a look. Yeah, go. Hard. Go next to Joe.
Good job, ladies. Great brushing. Well done. Line 2.
Ends up where it was called.
Control. play, guys. Right to the rock. Right to the rock. Good sweeping.
Who's shot?
Yeah, good question. I think yellow is shot.
Yeah, I agree.
What are we doing? Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes. Hold the wing. Where are you guys? Lost its handle. Okay, forget. Nope.
What do you want? Yep. Clean. Whoa, clean. Yes. Hard. Good, 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 good.
Nice hit. Now to lay 3.
Sweet. Yeah, thanks.
Make sure it's T. Pretty close. Make sure it's here. There's lots of room. Yep, yep. For a tip. Okay. All right. Going that much. Well, I was cleaning just to
So
get
we
the
have
whole
one
way.
game that's finished, Earl. It's Quebec over Nunavut on 11-2 after 6 ends. That's the men's draw.
All right, sheet F, yeah. Nunavut down 4-0, got a deuce in the second, and
Control.
unfortunately was not able to score after that, but started out certainly with a reasonable expectation for a win.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Do it. Hard. No.
Good shot. It's rolled away.
Yeah. I was gonna actually do that.
Line's good. Whoa.
Jody's playing the intern draw around that rock
Yeah, a
that
little bit.
just to the
No,
left of the
okay.
center line in the top 12.
Yeah, good call. Chance for 2 if she can get this come
Make-
around. Looks like the line's good, Jerry.
Could be a skips double.
Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa.
beautiful line. Perfect throw. Wow. Brings out the flags from the hometown supporters here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, not far away. Oh, that's me.
Are you used to make a few skips doubles, Jerry. Maybe that's why not many people want to play with me anymore. Stop making those.
Well, you got to show up for the games here at the Glut Club. You can't be traveling all the time.
I made a skips double 2 years ago when I was lying 2 in the house and the guy threw a takeout and it
Control
picked.
that.
So what you're saying wasn't totally unassisted.
No, not yet.
That's right.
No, never. No. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Playing the run back.
Whoa!
And here we go, a chance for 2.
Chance for 2. That's a great come around. Well done.
She's got the same ice, throwing the same turn.
Lots of room. Whoa! Oh, looks heavy, no? No. Your judge. Make sure it's full 8. Just wait. Whoa, you got it, you got it, you got it.
That a girl, what a great shot. That's why we practice. Eh? Throw those same shots over and over again.
I
Well
tried
done.
to get you button. 2.
And the Yukon supporters are waving flags vigorously.
Yeah.
So that was 2 red for Yukon.
5.
Yeah.
Huge
Suddenly
pause.
it's back to an interesting, really interesting game, eh?
Well,
6-3.
6-3.
And,
Anything can
games-
happen.
Absolutely. Games have been won with this score when teams have been down 6-3, and it's why we play, because you just never know.
You know, and just reflecting on that end, Yukon was struggling to get rocks in the right position. It didn't look like they were going to have a chance to count more than one. And in 2 great shots later, there's your deuce.
Yeah, and the center guard was the
And
difference.
center rock at 12 o'clock, yeah.
You need center line. Just over. An over curl. Okay.
You know, Earl, it's hard putting up center guards on this ice because there's so much curl in them. It's,
Yeah, it's a real skill to it, isn't there? And you have to remind yourself every time you throw one of those guards that your last motion
Back 8.
should be slightly full.
Yep.
To
Coming
keep
down.
that rock straight for a while and then let it finish to the center line. It takes certainly some getting used to if you're not playing on that kind of ice all the time.
Good shot. Yeah. Teresa, I think I was a little.
Hey?
I think I was a little hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jody's putting up another guard. I like the call.
Yeah, I agree. It's a
Yeah.
good call, and
Pretty close.
it's what you have to do. And I like what Kathy's doing, because Kathy's keeping the 7th end as simple as she can, and is quite prepared to just score 1, and that would be enough, essentially, to win the game. So she's keeping the middle simplified, so that there's a chance to make some easy shots. And of course, she can't hit that one because it's short, so she's going to throw another rock into the corner and then start banging away on those short ones. Like that, Jerry?
I certainly seventh end I might have just put it through, but she threw the rock through on the sixth end, right?
Yep.
She doesn't need the points really.
Yep, right in.
No, I agree, and I think that would have been another great choice.
Because I imagine Yukon's going to ignore those rocks, go around. Big wide in turn, come around.
Yeah, this curls, doesn't it?
She needs all of this ice, I would think.
Where is it? Lots of room. Slow down. Slow down.
Fortunate.
I like this call. Worried about possibly jamming the red one they're throwing at right now if they try to hit the front guard.
Hard. Hard. Come on, guys.
So therefore hitting the second rock, the one that's in the house.
And that's the danger rock. And a nice roll into the top 12 foot again.
Good shot. Good shot.
The way this ice is curling here, you know, Earl, that even if you make the perfect come around, it's probably accessible with this with a tap back weight. She's going for
Yeah. Do you think that's why Jody's calling this shot then instead?
I probably in the back of her mind.
Yeah.
Hard, ladies, hard. Hard, 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 hard.
That's a great shot.
My mic fell out on my last shot. My first shot. My mic was
Great shot, sort of making a double and being shot, but not sure that unless she makes a roll to the back, say 4 foot on that one behind the guard, that it's of much
Use to
value. Yeah.
like a nose hit.
Over to you. I
Decision
still
time.
think it gets back to having to throw. You know, these are desperate times here, and you need desperate measures, and that means you got to go around that guard. I believe in some capacity. Ideally, you could go around the guard and maybe be half in, half out, so that it's not accessible. Where if it's in the 4 foot, then maybe with quieter weights accessible. All right. Lots of choices. Some are just better than others.
Well, I think Yukon has to make up their mind that they want to score this in. You don't want to give up even a steal or score
good
one.
draw!
All the way. Hard, 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 guys. Hard.
This is going offline. She made the double.
I hit your broom there. I didn't think. I know I didn't burn it. I was just asking if I made you. If I whacked your broom. That's all
That was a danger, of course, with that call.
Yeah.
You had to be shot rock, otherwise you're giving the opportunity to remove that center line guard.
whoa, 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 whoa. That way, Jack, or Leanne.
The 4-foot's open now for Northern Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting call. I might be tempted to throw the come around
That works.
of the guard just to see what they might do next.
To go around that right
Yeah,
corner.
go around the
yeah.
right corner and see what they do.
Little less.
I think there's more of an upside than this. Because I think this leaves it out in the open. We'll see. Oh, nice roll. That's even better then, isn't it? Eliminated that
Well.
rock. Well, not quite behind, but you know what? It still is bothersome. With rocks curling as much as they do, there is the potential
Feather
to
the guard.
feather the guard.
But that rock ended up in about as nice a spot as if you would have played the draw around it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're by. Nice curling stone.
Yeah.
This is a pretty exacting call right here, Earl.
Yeah.
Corner freeze on a rock that's in front of the tee line.
I might be tempted to try and throw the come around and be half buried.
Mm-hmm.
It's closer to you could be biting the forefoot. And it makes it more difficult, whereas this has to be so perfect to be shot. Whereas if you throw the come around, you've got more tolerance in terms of accuracy, don't you think?
Well, also then it makes the Northern Ontario's decision. If you're going to play the draw, or you're going to play with a little bit of weight, and this kind of ice,
Yep.
it's not easy.
No,
All the way. Hard.
that's pretty good.
She looks pretty good.
If you can get a corner freeze here
Go hard.
Wow.
and get a little bit of a mess,
Wow.
that's pretty good.
Boy, she had 2 more feet of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're shot.
That's right.
I like Kathy's confidence. She's got a plan. She knows what she's going to do. Some people might say, it's 6-3. Maybe I'll just hit that red rock over there and try to roll in. But no, she's throwing a draw. And I think that's just, I love it when skips display that kind of confidence in their draw weight late in the game.
She just has to be careful in this shot. She doesn't go too deep. Otherwise, she could set up the double. But I agree, Earl. This is the call.
Well, they brushed it right away, didn't they?
They're working it.
Looks good. You got
She's definitely second shot, and I think
good throw.
Sweeping girl. Good job.
I don't think there's any double there.
No.
Freeze or hit and roll. Or draw.
Well, you know, maybe there
I think they draw
is.
there, they just freeze on
Let's
you.
take a look at the overhead. Well, I think you're right, Jerry. I think it's just low enough that you probably, if you're going to make the angle raise, you're going to end up
More pressure. I
going
think
over
so.
the top as the rock comes across, eh?
Be
Gotta
very
get a
thin.
perfect
It can be a
range.
very thin.
Yeah.
What shot
Tempting.
are you more comfortable with?
Well, given the scoreboard,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Okay.
you got to score one here,
Go for freeze.
or it's shake, shake, shake time.
You like that ice?
So this looks like an angle freeze. Is that the call?
that's the call. The
Man.
angle freeze, yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Not much margin for error, and even if you make it perfectly, Kathy's still in a position to
Count one.
whack it.
Yeah, whack it or draw the essentially full 4.
Yeah, probably whack it. It's a shot at 2, not that you need 2 points. One's the most important thing here. So we'll see.
Yeah.
It all depends on the angle of the freeze.
All the way, all the way. Only. All the way, all the way. Stay on it. Stay on it. Hard, hard, guys. Hard. Yeah, all the way. Hard, 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 harder. Yep. We gotta get second shot. Hard, hard. Stay on it. Go.
Wow. Great work, ladies. Did they ever bring that one a long way? Reminded me of Kennedy Hebert right there.
I think the ladies would be proud that you're putting them into the same category.
Well, one of them wasn't left-handed. That probably is the only difference.
So a draw for 2, and she just drew the tee line,
Yeah.
albeit with
Liking
the
her
other turn.
chances.
I'm
Yeah,
liking her
liking
chances.
her chances here. Nice release.
Looks close, Earl.
Good.
That a girl. What a great shot. Well done.
2 nice stones.
Yeah.
So that was 2 yellow for Northern Ontario.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Go. Swept. Hands off.
Okay.
Center guard. Oh, corner guard. Joy, we have a
Clock's
hammer.
not running.
I need Stop here. Okay, we'll have a look at it. Cannot be in. Looks like you guys are sweeping hard. Swept it, sorry. Head down. Sorry, it's a nice shot. We wrecked it for you.
Yeah.
Just didn't even look. Sorry.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No way.
Nice crisp weight. When you're sitting here with a lead like this, most important thing is to make it go away.
Yeah, and those outside sheets or those outside shots, you just want to keep that weight up. No need to play it cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were on autopilot. Lots of room, no line. I want it over here.
That might have just been the first guard that Laura had been heavy on in the whole game. She made some nice guards.
All the way. Bring it over.
There she
Yeah,
is.
we weren't on autopilot that time. Sorry. Thought your first one was light the way they were sweeping.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Clean, 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 clean. Good throw.
Is it here or just here? Looks heavy, no? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the way, all the way. Whoa, if you can't. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just had another game conclude, Earl. It's BC. Sorry, yeah, BC over New Brunswick, ladies, 8-4.
Okay.
Clean, clean, clean.
Not sure what the count was in the final end, but that was the score after 7. So at this stage, Northern Ontario is probably just counting rocks.
Yeah, they're going to need a miracle here, and Northern Ontario has been very impressive in this game. And Yukon has played a very entertaining game against Northern Ontario. Really enjoyed it. Certainly demonstrated a never give up attitude and lots of energy with both teams as they were playing. Great to see. That's a great shot.
That's a great shot. It's probably 3/4 buried around that rock in the top 12 foot.
Either one's fine.
But again, you just want to make sure one of those rocks is eliminated from play, even if it's your own, if you're Northern Ontario.
Yep.
Hard!
I had to tell you.
And it looks like the Saskatchewan men have defeated Ontario. The score was 8-5, and they're walking off.
Big 5-ender there in the fourth for Saskatchewan, the difference, I think.
Yeah, that always helps.
Haven't had one of those for a while. I wonder what it's like. Had a few scored against me.
No, yeah.
Well, anytime you score 4 or 5, it's usually a team effort.
Thanks, Jerry.
And I think the gloves are coming off on our sheet.
Yeah, that looks like it's a wrap, eh? Shaking hands. That was a fun game to do. There were lots of really good shots made, and Ontario perseveres with an 8-3 win. That's their second win of the competition. They're 2-0, having defeated British Columbia 5-4 earlier. As I say, an impressive and entertaining game. I really like the way Kathy Jackson skips a game, and I also enjoyed her confidence in the draw shots that she threw when she made choices to draw rather than throw takeouts. And Whitehorse, lots of fun watching.
Brunswick. Sheet 4 is coming home. Our sheet is concluded. It's a Northern Ontario victory, and of course Quebec over Nunavut on sheet 6.
Thanks, Jerry. So this is Earl Morris with Jerry Chiznaka closing out from the Travelers Club Championships in Ottawa at the Ottawa Hunt Club. In closing, I'd like to say thanks for listening. Next draw on Sheet E is at 4 p.m. today. We got another good one for you. It's BC Men with Kevin Britz from Chilliwack playing against Jim Sias' team from Whitehorse, Yukon. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.